Hey guys, this is Yennefer here, and I wanted to make a quick video to talk to you guys and share a little bit about myself and my story and where I came from. So, my background is I'm originally from New York City, so I'm a New York City girl. I'm from the Bronx. Bronx in the house. Whoop whoop. And I actually moved to Florida 4 years ago. But prior to moving to Florida, I lived in New York. I went to school. I got my BA for business administration. I worked the whole corporate world. I did the whole 9 to 5 thing pretty much most of my life. I had kids starting at 19. When I was 19 years old, I had my first daughter. And, I went through some relationships, ended up with 3 kids and a single mom when I moved here to Florida. Now, when I moved here, my intention was to find a job, right, with my career sets and because of what school had given me, right? So I knew that I could go back to work. As soon as I got here, I found a job right away. It was actually one of a dream job. I loved doing what I was doing, and almost a year later I got laid off of this dream job that I thought that was gonna help me climb up the corporate ladder and make a lot of money and have the big white picket fence house, right? Where everybody wants, where everybody thinks, or the society, most of society thinks that is like the American dream. So I came over here, that happened. I got laid off, and as a single mom of 3 kids, this happened 3 weeks before Christmas, guys, 5 years ago. Okay, it's been 5 years already. I was very depressed. I got into a very depressed mode. I didn't want to even eat. I didn't know how I was going to provide for my children. I didn't have pretty much no family support here in Florida and anywhere pretty much, because I was out here by myself pretty much with my kids. And I decided to get closer to God, right? Because that's like what people do when they're like, oh, depressed. God, why is this happening to me? I was in like the victim mode, asking why me, why all these things were happening to me. And in church, when I was going to visit this local church, I met this young lady that told me about network marketing. So that is the first time I even heard what network marketing was, how, it worked and anything. I didn't know anything about it until that time. So she presented to me this opportunity where I could make some money and work from home. So I got involved. I used my last paycheck to come up with $100. It was $100 to get started with this business. And I went all in without knowing what I was doing. I actually took massive action. I just followed what the successful people were doing, and I just ran with the business. Within 3 months, I got to, 0.2% of the company. So I was 3 ranks away from the top of the company within 3 months. And people would ask me, how did you do it? You're a brand new network marketer. How did you do it? How did you climb up so fast? And honestly, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I was just taking massive action like my life depended on it, because my life depended on it. Like if I didn't make money, my kids were not going to eat. So it was do or die, right? I was going through a breaking point and a transition at the same time. And that's something that we're going to cover in one of the modules here, because people, when they usually hit a breaking point or transition, that's when they take massive action in their business. So I did that. I didn't know that's what it was called back then, right? A breaking point and a transition, but that's actually what happened to me. So I built this organization globally from all these distributors all around the world. It was a health and wellness company. And, I did very good in the beginning, right? So a year and a half later, I am at the next rank of the company. So now I'm like 2 ranks away from the top, and my whole organization starts crumbling down. So I started getting a lot of people dropping off my business, and I'm like, okay, what is going on? I don't know what's going on. I'm just recruiting, bringing in as many people as I can. And I was top recruiter in my team. So I was enrolling people, but people were like dropping off. And this time I met Jose, and that is kind of how we got together. We met through the same opportunity. He was actually in the same company. After trying like 7 different network marketing companies, he actually got involved in this company because he was selling a hair product from his barbershop. He owned a barbershop business. That was his last brick and mortar business. So he got into this company, and that's kind of how we met, through networking with people. He wasn't on my team and I wasn't on his. We met online. We connected on Zoom. The first day that we connected, we never stopped talking again. I always said that, the next person that I got with or even gave some some of my time to was going to be an entrepreneur, a person that, you know, practiced personal development, a person that was about business. And I guess, you know, I manifested it, and here we are. You know, that's what happened. So we met. He came down here like a month and a half later. He flew down here, and then it was, you know, like love at first sight. He actually sold the barbershop and moved down here to Florida, and we started like building this organization. And he's like, we're gonna run with this, and I said the same thing. We're gonna do this, we're gonna get to the top, we're gonna become millionaires, and this is it. This is gonna be the company, right? Within 3 months, I went from making about $8,000 a month to like $500, and I was still enrolling a lot of people. And I'm like, why are people just falling off? The attrition rate was crazy. People were just falling off. You know, I didn't know how to do real marketing back then. I didn't know anything about sales funnels. I didn't know about how to build my brand, build myself. I didn't know about creating community. I didn't know leadership, you know. So I was like, man, why is this happening? You know, we got far behind on our bills. During that time, Jose had came down with his savings. It just all crumbled. We started using his savings to live, right? To eat, to live. We have these kids at home. And, you know, around this time, my best friend, which was also in the same opportunity, bumped into a millionaire mentor. And she invested into this millionaire mentor. And then she started telling us, oh my God, I'm learning all these things that could help us in our business. And I'm like, you need to share. Like, what is this? So we saw the video on, you know, what this mentor could do for us. And we didn't have the money to get started, but Jose borrowed it. So if you watch the other video, Jose borrowed it. And, you know, it was thousands of dollars to get involved. And we got in, and we took massive action. We learned as much as we could. And here we are today. It's been almost 2 years, right, since that happened, and we have learned so much, grown so much. We've invested, you know, over $10,000 into training to show you everything that we're going to show you here in this membership area. So that's kind of how we are here. You know, we learned about branding, we learned about marketing, we learned about funnels. We actually just came back from an event. We have invested so much time and energy to help you skip the learning curve, and that is my story. That is how I ended up here, why we created this membership site. You know, my goal is to eventually open up a nonprofit to help single women. I love to empower women and show them that there is a way, that anything is possible. When you set your mind to it, you can accomplish anything, because I am living proof. You know, I came from poverty. My mom didn't have much, you know. I went to school and tried to figure it out all on my own. So I didn't come from like a rich family or where people were giving me things, right? So I had to figure it out on my own. So I know that I can show that to other people, and I can help other people do the same. So this is a video of my story. I hope you guys can just see where I'm coming from and see what I want to bring to you guys and bring to the table, so that you can skip that learning curve and you don't have to take, you know, 5 years to learn all the things that I learned now. So I've been working online 5 years now. The last 2 years have been amazing. We've been making real income, and now we show other people how to do the same. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.